ever look at your bank account and think, how did I spend that much? You make good money, you're educated, you understand math, and yet somehow the credit card balance keeps creeping up. The investments you felt good about dropped 30%, and that thing you were absolutely sure was a smart financial move. Turns out, it wasn't. And the worst part, you can't even blame ignorance. You knew better. Look, that's the part that hurts, because when you don't know something, it's easy to fix. But when you're smart and you still mess up, that hits your ego. And here's the thing. Smart people don't lose money because they're bad at math. They lose money because they're human. My name is Zach, and I spend way too much time thinking about why intelligent people sabotage their own financial future. If you are someone who earns decent money but somehow struggles to build real wealth, or you've ever made a financial decision you later regretted, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because today we're going detective mode. We're not just talking about money. We're investigating the psychology behind it. The intelligence trap. Look, we assume intelligence protects us financially, but research from the National Bureau of Economic Research shows that higher IQ does not eliminate behavioral biases in financial decisions. Translation: smart people are just better at justifying bad decisions. Let me explain. Imagine two people. Person A makes $50,000 per year. Person B makes $150,000 per year. Person B is objectively smarter and earns more. But person B upgrades their lifestyle. $2,500 rent, $900 car payment, $1,200 dining and lifestyle spending. That's $4,600 per month before savings. That's $55,200 per year just in lifestyle. Now, after taxes, person B might take home around $105,000. Subtract $55,200. That leaves roughly $50,000. Now factor in travel, subscriptions, impulse buys, investment opportunities. Suddenly, they're saving maybe $15,000 per year. Now look at person A. Lives below their means, spends $30,000 per year, saves $20,000. The less intelligent person builds wealth faster. Here's what most people don't realize. Income doesn't build wealth. Behavior does. And behavior isn't driven by intelligence. It's driven by psychology. The biggest lie smart people believe. Here's the dangerous assumption. I understand the numbers, so I'll make rational decisions. No. Here's the thing. The brain doesn't run on spreadsheets. It runs on emotion. A 2023 behavioral finance study published in the Journal of Economic Psychology showed that over 65% of investment decisions are influenced by emotional triggers rather than objective analysis. That means fear, greed, ego, social comparison. Let me give you a real dollar example. Let's say you invest $10,000 in a stock. It drops 30%. Now it's worth $7,000. Mathematically, if the fundamentals are still strong, you should either hold or buy more. But psychologically, your brain screams, "Get out," before it drops more. Now you sell at $7,000. 6 months later, it rebounds 40%. That $7,000 would have become $9,800. You lost $2,800 because of fear, not because of math. This is loss aversion. Psychologists Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky found that losses feel about twice as painful as gains feel good. So even smart people panic, because emotion overrides logic. Ego is expensive. Now you might be thinking, Okay, Zach, but I'm not emotional. I analyze things. Look, that confidence might be the problem. Here's where it gets really interesting. Overconfidence bias causes investors to trade more frequently, and according to a study by Barber and Odean, frequent traders underperform the market by an average of 6.5% annually. Let's do the math. If you invest $50,000, market average return, 8% annually. After 20 years, $50,000 grows to about $233,000. Now subtract 6.5% underperformance. That's about 1.5% annual return instead. After 20 years, you end up with about $67,000. You lost over $160,000 because you thought you were smarter than the system. That's not a math issue. That's ego. Smart people trust their intelligence. Wealthy people respect probability. Social proof and the everyone is doing it syndrome. Let's talk about 2021. Crypto hype. Meme stocks. NFT madness. You remember, highly educated professionals were throwing money at things they didn't fully understand. Why? Because everyone else was. Here's the thing. Your brain is wired for survival. Thousands of years ago, if the tribe ran, you ran. Today, if everyone is buying a stock, you feel pressure to buy. It feels safer to be wrong with the crowd than right alone. That's herd behavior. It's primal, and it doesn't care about your degree. Lifestyle inflation, the silent killer. Look, this one frustrates me the most because it's so preventable. You get a raise. Instead of investing the extra $1,000 per month, you upgrade your life. New apartment, new car, better vacations. Let's break it down. If you invest $1,000 per month at 8% annual return, after 30 years, that becomes about $1.5 million. If you spend it instead, it becomes memories. Which are nice, but they don't pay dividends. Here's what most people don't realize. Every recurring expense you add today compounds negatively. A $500 car upgrade over 5 years costs $30,000 in payments. But if invested instead for 30 years at 8%, that's over $150,000. The opportunity cost is invisible, and invisible costs are the most dangerous. Let me tell you about someone I know. High-paying job. MBA. Understood investing. Made $180,000 per year, but lived at $170,000 per year. Invested aggressively, traded frequently, chased trends. At 40 years old, net worth $120,000. Meanwhile, his colleague made $90,000, invested automatically, ignored market noise, lived simply. At 40, net worth $600,000. Intelligence wasn't the difference, behavior was. Why this happens? The real reason. Here's the root cause. Smart people optimize for complexity. Wealth rewards simplicity. Smart people want advanced strategies, market timing, secret opportunities. Wealth comes from spending less than you earn, investing consistently, letting time work. That's boring. But boring builds millions. Part 8. Actionable fix. What to do. So how do you stop being a smart person making stupid money decisions? Step 1. Automate your intelligence away. Set up automatic investments. Remove decision-making. Step 2. Create a 24-hour rule for big purchases. If it costs more than $500, wait 24 hours. Emotion cools. Logic returns. Step 3. Define your enough. If you don't define enough, lifestyle inflation never ends. Step 4. Track opportunity cost. Every $1,000 spent, ask, what would this be worth in 20 years? Step 5. separate ego from investing. Invest in systems, not stories. Index funds outperform most active traders long-term. Final insight. Here's what most people don't realize. Money amplifies personality. If you are disciplined, money grows. If you are impulsive, money disappears. Intelligence doesn't change that. And this is where it gets really interesting. The goal isn't to be smarter, it's to be calmer. Financial success is emotional control applied consistently over time. That's it. Look, if you've made mistakes, good. That means you're aware. The difference between broke smart people and wealthy smart people is humility. Admit you're human. Build systems that protect you from yourself. And play the long game. Because wealth isn't built by brilliance, it's built by behavior. If this video helped you rethink money in a deeper way, hit that subscribe button. We don't just talk about money here, we break down the psychology behind it. And next time you're about to make a financial decision, pause. Ask yourself, is this math or is this emotion? I'll see you in the next one.